Hey everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So as you can see, or maybe you can't see that I've been busy finally organizing this thing. I started building this workshop back in what year? Is it late 2020 or early 2021? Got it to a certain point, and it was 10 feet by 10 feet, built at a 6x8 timbers, and then recently decided, okay, I'm going to expand this part of the property and expand the size of these buildings. So I extended it by 6 feet, so at 10 by 6. So I added 60 square feet. So now it's 10 feet by 16 feet long. I'm not sure how high. It's basically 8-foot ceilings or walls, and then I think a 5-foot peak on top of that. 4-foot windows, 4x4 windows, 3-sided. 3 windows on 3 sides, and they are single pane. This one I've made so it opens on hinges, so I can open that right up. The door is a Dutch door, so I can open the top of it or the entire door. And then there's a like a gable vent up here, so I can open that fully as well in the summer, let some breeze get through here. The woodshed is right here behind me. So that's all the firewood to run this, and then also on that side I'll have more softwood for firewood that'll heat the, use it for kindling, but also to help boil maple syrup. So the next building that you're going to see me working on, even in this video I'll show you just some of the timber framing that I'm doing to build the walls, the full structure of that building, which is basically 20 feet that way. I think it's 20 or 25 feet that way, in line perfectly. And that will be another 10 by 16 foot building with the maple syrup evaporator in it. And I'll store all the syrup pails, sap pails, and all the other equipment that I need for making maple sugar and maple syrup. So I'm really happy with this. To me, this is my dream workshop. This is something I've always wanted, just somewhere to actually organize and keep my tools, specifically in this building, non-power tools, so mainly hand tools, and focusing on wood carving, so my decoy carving, and then I'll get into more furniture carving again like I used to do. Leather work, so I've got all my leather working tools here. I got some leather stored up here, got some more leather in the cabin that I'm going to bring in here and put it into the slots up there, and got all my paints for painting decoys and arrows and whatever else I decide to get into for painting. I have my wood carving tools here, some on the wall. Actually, they must be in the toolbox in the cabin, the rest of them, so I'll have to dig those out and get them in here as well. We got a Dremel, a little power Dremel that I use for carving, and a wood burning tool. So that's what I'll be powering with the jackery system that I've got in here, so that eventually we'll go into the other building where I'll have more of my power tools like table saw and things like that, and then I'll just run a line, electrical line over to this building with a couple of outlets, because that will be enough power for in here. All I really need is the lights, occasionally the Dremel, and the maybe some battery charging or something, but the wood burning tool. So all these little drawers, that's all my arrow making supplies, so tips and feathers and nocks and glue and so on, little tools. This is my sharpening kit, which is used for sharpening. It's got all my sharpening stones. So that's basically sharpening everything, even some chainsaw files in there. Oh, carving set here. I've got full carving set, carving tools here, all my little gouges. I need to make a pouch for them to slide them into, or put somewhere on the bench that I can insert them. I think I'll do that, make a little rack for them so that they're at my fingertips as I'm working. These are just cupboards. They're not fully organized yet. Just cupboards that were left over from another project years ago. And I've got my sandpaper and first aid stuff, and what else? Insect repellent and things like that in there. Place to hang my hunting stuff, hunting clothes. Got my bows hanging on the wall all over the place. That's all my bow making and arrow making tools, including a dowel maker. That hum that you hear is the power unit. So I don't always have the lights on when I'm not filming. Got lots of natural light coming in. This light, this window in the morning, even right now, it's late morning, and then in the afternoon and the evening, that window, the sun basically pours in on both of the workbenches, which is awesome. Of course, this is more than enough. I've had mine, I got a cock up there actually. I've had -10 so far Celsius, and even like overnight, first thing in the morning after that really cold night, we've had a few of them, but that was the coldest. It was 10 degrees in here at the far end by the window. So it's well warm enough. It's over 20 degrees in here if I don't crack the windows. I think 20 degrees Celsius right now, actually. Cali likes to lie right outside the door here, so I always have to open this first, look to make sure she's not there, and then slowly open it, or let her know I'm coming out. So that's pretty much it. Pretty small workshop. Like I said, ideal for me. I'm really happy with it. Got everything I need to spend decades in here just tinkering around doing small projects. Now, some of these tools are obviously outdoor working tools, like the draw knives and the hewing axes and stuff. So that's just going to be convenient for me just to reach in here, grab a tool, and go out and chisel out the timber frame for the sugar shack. Future blacksmith shop, which is already got all the blacksmith stuff, all like old school rustic blacksmithing tools. Power tool workshop, which will probably go right there, same size essentially. That's where I can use a table saw to rip boards or whatever. That's it. That's pretty much everything I needed to or wanted to show you here. So that sugar shack, that'll be all next week's project, I think. I have a little bit of trim work to do, reinstall the trim around the windows in the cabin, so I'm going to do that maybe next week and do some hunting around the cabin. Finally got some mature bucks showing up on camera, so I might focus on that next week. If not, then I'll be working on this sugar shack. I need to get that up and get a roof on it before snow starts, which is soon, could happen any day now. So I'll focus on getting that to that point at least, then I can work inside and get the equipment tools moved under the shelter at least, so I can work. Anyway, another short video this week, but it's because I've been busy hunting and firewood and just kind of getting things organized ready for winter. Alright, that coffee is strong enough, but regardless, it's going to taste more like chocolate anyway. tired.